channel, Meg Victoria. Today we're going to be doing a very simple, easy to do wearable makeup look. Let's be real, we all do not have 45 minutes to blend our eyeshadow every day, and even if we did, nobody wants to blend eyeshadow for 45 minutes every day. There are days where you just need to get your makeup done, you need to get out the door as you have a life, you got things to do, and you're a girl boss, so like, you know, you gotta be efficient. So today I am partnering with Rimmel London to bring you this wearable, beautiful, simple makeup look. We are featuring some new products, so I did want to quickly mention those, and then we shall get into the video. The Lasting Finish Breathable Primer. This has such a beautiful glow and sheen, and it really is lightweight. Like, it goes on and it's like a jelly moisturizer, but it gives you like that tackiness, so you really feel like, yes, my makeup's going to stick to this, and yes, it's going to last all day. Then we have Lasting Finish 24, 25. Oh my god, so you got a day and some more. Breathable Foundation. This is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. You'll see in the video, but it is so lightweight. It is so breathable. Oh my god, I just used the title as an adjective, but it really is. It's so lightweight. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything on my skin, and like the coverage is, it covers, but it doesn't look like makeup. I don't know. It's just like, it just makes you look like you have really gorgeous skin. Like, you can see, and see how like it matches so great with my body, and the finish is the same. So for me, I wear a lot of like luminous foundations, and sometimes I find like my face just looks like so luminous and glowy, but then my body is like matte. So this has like such a nice demi-matte skin-like finish. I am just really loving this foundation. The next product we're featuring is right here. The same Breathable Lasting Finish Concealer. So this guy is really great. It's a nice concentrated amount basically of your foundation. It's a little bit more high coverage, so it really gives you like beautiful lifted under eyes, which is what I used it for today, obviously. So these two together are basically a match made in heaven. Alright guys, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to start off with is some primer. When you really don't want to spend a lot of time on your makeup, you at least want the minimal work you do to stay put. So I'm going to be using my Lasting Finish Breathable Primer. So I'll just take a little bit into my hands, work that between my fingers because I just like to kind of warm everything up, and then we will apply that. I love how glowy this primer is. I hope you guys can see, but it creates like a really luminous base underneath. And what's also really beautiful is that it has like a tackiness. Like, it has a nice stickiness, which is always a good sign for primers for me, because I'm like, okay, makeup is going to stick to this, you know? It works. Alright, so primer is good to go. Next, I'm going to take my Lasting Finish Breathable Foundation in Light Nude. This is such a great color, you guys will see, but it has a lot of yellow to it, and I always find foundations, especially drugstore foundations, have pinkiness to them. But this one has a great amount of yellow and is wonderful. And I really like this applicator. It's just like so easy to use. And I just wish like there was less pump bottles and more things like this. I also really like how this is a little bit thicker. So you don't need a lot, but you feel like it's really pigmented, and then you can blend it out. So I'm just going to take a big brush and start blending this out. And as you can see, you really do not need a lot. This foundation is like the exact texture of what your skin is. Like demi-matte, skin-like finish. I'm so into this foundation. Like, oh my goodness. I think this is such a great foundation for everyday wear. And especially when it's affordable, like, that's the best. I'm going to use a little bit more just kind of in the center of the face where I want a little bit more coverage. The foundation is super buildable too. I'm going to take my smaller flat top brush and kind of push this foundation in. I love how you can see your skin coming through, but it's not like it's watery. And I always find with lightweight foundations that they're so thin and like watery that like you almost have to use a lot. But if you have a thicker formula, like something a little creamier, it just, I don't know, it blends nicer. So I'm just a big fan of this foundation. Okay, so let's tackle the under eyes and brighten up the face. Now, you guys know I really like bright under eyes and really lifted under eyes, but I do want to do something a little bit more neutral and like normal. So I'm actually going to mix the concealer with the foundation. Again, this is a concealer in the Breathable Concealer, and this one is in Light Ivory. So this is so yellow, which is wonderful, but it's also very light, which usually I love. But for today, I just kind of want something a little bit more natural. So I'm just gonna take a little pump or a little like swab of this on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna just mix in my concealer like so. And then I'll just kind of mix that together just to create like a more neutral concealer shade for myself. But still, you can see it's still got brightness. Just didn't want like that crazy highlight contour look I usually go for. I want something a little bit more natural. You can still use the same techniques of highlighting and contouring with more natural products and more natural colors. It's not like you can't contour now. Like we can, it's just, it's gonna have a very nice natural effect, which is really, really beautiful. So we'll just blend this out with our sponge, and this will kind of just lighten the center of the face. Okay, so the skin is really lifted. Now I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit more of the concealer, and I'll just take it without the foundation so you can see the actual color of the concealer. And I'm just gonna put it right along the orbital bone just to kind of really lift that area. Like so. And then we'll just blend that out. But there's the foundation and concealer. So beautiful. So impressed with both of these products. So excited. And I'm so excited. I have a wearable, everyday drugstore foundation because makeup's expensive. So when you can have a product this amazing and this affordable, I'm down. We get it. Megan likes it. So next I'm going to take the Insta Duo Contour Stick, and you guys know I do love these things too. So I'm going to take the dark shade and give myself some cheekbones, and I think it blends like super, super easy. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with that, not a ton, and then I'll just take my little brush and blend that out. Cheekbones! Okay, so once everything's blended out, I'm just going to take my little beauty sponge and just tap on over everything. Alright, so to finish off the face, I'm going to just take my bronzing powder. I'm going to just tap some of that off. And I'll just kind of set the like contour in place, but give it a little bit of warmth with the bronzing powder. And I'll just take a little bit down my neck just to make sure the warmth kind of carries through the whole look. I'm going to take the other end of my contour stick. This highlighter is so beautiful. It is such like a candlelit glow, like glow from within, not sparkly, not shimmery. And you can even, this is the cool thing, you can even draw this on. I sometimes find with cream sticks that they almost pull and lift the products underneath. But this one, you can just kind of pop on the cheekbone, and I'm gonna kind of create a C shape so it's really natural and follows that natural curve of our face. And then a little bit on my nose bridge, and my Cupid's bow. Then I'm honestly just gonna take my fingers and I'm just gonna tap that in. I'm just gonna go over with my beauty sponge and just really make sure everything's blended in. But you can see this gorgeous glow. It's not like sparkly and like crazy out there, but it's just this like lit from within beautiful healthy skin, which is all the rage all the time. We all just want beautiful luminous skin. So with that said, I'm not even gonna apply any blush. I just really want the skin to speak for itself, and I think it does an amazing job of that. When it is the winter time, I hate using powder more than I hate using it in the summer, and you guys know I hate powder. So I am going to use the tiniest bit of my Stay Matte powder because this powder is amazing, but oh my god, it mattes you down, trust me. So I'm just gonna tap around the sides of my nose. I'm gonna set just under my eyes, the tiniest bit. I hate powder. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just kind of gonna go right across the contour line just to kind of clean that up. And like, that's it. No more powder. That's done. I do love this powder though because I think it is very light, but oh my god, like it mattes you down. So if you do have like oil issues, great powder. Alright guys, so let's zoom in to do some eyes. Okay, so we are right the way zoomed in. We're gonna do some eyes, some eyebrows, and some lips. But this is really great because you really can see how beautiful the skin looks. I think my skin looks amazing. I was about to say unreal and amazing and all of the things, so they combine. So let's move on to some eyebrows. Since we are doing such a natural, beautiful look, I'm going to be using a powder brow product. When you use a pomade, it can get very like sharp, clean, and like dramatic very quickly. So to keep really natural, I'm just going to start brushing my brows up and into place. And then I'm going to take my little brow powder and a little angled brush, and we're going to just kind of start giving our brows a little bit of color. And I'm kind of just flicking the product through just to have a very natural look. I really like how this brow powder is very neutral and it's not red. As soon as people hear blonde, all products suddenly become red. So this has a nice neutral base to it, which just looks really great. So whenever I do this eyebrow, I really have to draw in the rest of it because it's missing. Just doesn't grow that way. So to get my brows even, I really have to fake the shape on this side. It's great to have a start of powder like as the base, like so, but to really kind of like get it to hit home, I do like to go in with a pencil. So I'm using the Brow This Way Fibre pencil, and I can really just draw in that missing brow hairs. And I'll go back in with the pencil and I will just kind of finesse this brow. Can also help you get kind of a sharper tail. And then you can fake your little brow hairs right towards the front, just so there's a nice progression. Beautiful. Alright, so lastly, I'm just gonna set it with some Brow This Way Blonde Brow Gel. I love a colored brow gel because I feel like it gives you like this dimension and like highlight to the brow, which is so nice while, you know, really keeping it in place. And once your brows are nice and in place, we're going to use the Brow This Way little highlighting pencil crayon, which I love these things because this has a nice soft shimmer to it. It's really going to bounce back the light and highlight your brow all the while like defining the shape. So I'm going to just draw this right underneath, and then I'm just going to tap out with my finger. And tap out. Okay, so brows are good to go. We're gonna move on to eyes. We're keeping the eyes so simple, so simple, and focusing more on a statement lip today. So I'm just gonna tap out the eyes of any concealer or foundation that may be on there. And now we are going to take our little highlight stick. It is so pretty, and just do a really generous wash of shimmer right across the eyes. And I'm just going to take my finger, just tap this out. Just going to give a really soft glow. And then what has a little even more shimmer is this little highlighting stick. So I'm going to pop that right in the inner corner. See how easy this is? It's so easy, but it's so effective. And right below. And right below. And then you'll just tap that out. And then just to give our eyes the tiniest little bit of definition, I'm going to mix two colors. So I'm going to mix our brow powder with our bronzer. We're going to kind of just neutralize the warmth of the bronzer while still keeping it a little bit warm. So we'll just go back and forth like super simple and tap that off. And then quite simply, you're just going to hold your brush nice far back so you get just a nice light wash. And you're just going to shade the crease of the eye. Alright, so to finish the eyeshadow off, I'm going to do the exact same little combo of our bronzer and our brow powder, back and forth, back and forth. You're just going to grab a little pencil brush. I'm going to smudge that along the lower lash line. I love a smoked out lower lash line. This is totally just my preference. You can do a tighter line and just kind of line your lower eyes, but I definitely love when it's smoked out. Okay, so that is nice and soft, so let's curl our lashes to really open our eyes up. Alright, so we're going to be taking our Wonderfully Real mascara and going to use this for our mascara. Alright, so I got a little mascara happy. When I don't wear lashes, then I feel like I need all of the mascara in the world. So when we keep our eyes really simple and just, you know, like define the features, it's really great to have like a great standout lip. And having a standout lip doesn't necessarily mean you need like a crazy lip color. It's just about having something that's like very polished. So I'm going to be using my Stay Matte liquid lipstick in pink Bliss. It's such a gorgeous like nudie pink color. So Alright, so once you have the lip finished, you can always leave it matte. I am such a gloss girl. It is like impossible for me to go through a look without gloss. So I'm just gonna add the tiniest bit of Oh My Gloss. This one's in, like, it's a really great name. What is it again? Oh yeah, Non-Stop Glamour. Just in the center. It's just this gorgeous, like, gold gloss. I'll just rub my lips together. And I just kind of tap it out. I love gloss over matte lips. And see what I mean with the statement lip? Like, it really just elevates the whole look, whereas everything else is like so simple and it, like, you know, if you weren't talking, you're not me, this look can take you 5-10 minutes. Alright, so to finish everything off, we're gonna take our Stay Matte powder, the tiniest bit. Just gonna make sure everything is set underneath the eyes, center of the face, a little bit right here. This is like the only place I actually get oily. It's like right in between there. So then we'll give it a good shake, but we're going to use our Insta-Fix priming and setting spray. Just to set everything in place, and then I'm just going to tap it out with my beauty sponge. But this is our look. Alright guys, so it has been like, I didn't even do this. Alright guys, so it's been 11 hours. I'm like right about to go to bed. I was like right about to take my makeup off, and then I was like, damn, like my face looks good. Like, I've eaten, I've drank, I have done all the things that you do. So like, yeah, my lips are like, they're still there though. I have to say, like, they're totally still there. Everything's still here. I haven't powdered once. I haven't done any touch-up. I've like even blown my nose, and like there's a tiny bit of redness around my nose, but like that's it. Like my skin is still looking good. So longevity on point. So there we have it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really hope you learned about these amazing products. So excited that I got to share this with you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you so much to Rimmel London for making this video possible. Alright guys, bye!